Get ready to expand upon your Gran Turismo 3 experience and get the most out of this killer PS2 racing game, because the custom racing event lounge is now open. Here you can set up your own races with any vehicle that you wish. Anything. That includes cars with unique custom colors that are inaccessible unless you won them. And of course, cars that are on the disc. Playable, but not accessible. The tools and cheat engine table that have been made for this procedure exist, but this video will put it all together for the public to access and have fun with. Every single tool and credits will be in the description below. Also to note, everything that you see here is for the NTSC version only. For this procedure, you're going to need the following after you get the NTSC version of Gran Turismo 3. The latest version of PCSX 2, which is 2.0 or 2.2.0, whatever you prefer. Cheat Engine 7.4, but the later versions will work too. If this procedure also works for previous versions of Cheat Engine, feel free to let me know. Next is Galaxia Luminescence's Cheat Engine table for Gran Turismo 3. And finally, my text file of all prize car and unused vehicle IDs made possible by Galaxia's CE table. This will allow players to get immediate access to the hidden prize cars and unused cars, entirely stock, with no upgrades. And also, Notepad Double Plus. But any word processor program will do fine. After you get all those, let's get started. The first thing you need to do is to open up the PCSX2 stable version with Gran Turismo 3. Next, open up Cheat Engine, load Galaxia's Cheat Engine table on the program, and inject it onto the PCSX2 process. When you see a bunch of numbers, you'll know that it's working. Let's test to see if the numbers load the car that you want. For this test, let's try and load the RUF 3400S with a special paint job called Champagne Gold. To load a specific vehicle, go to the All Prize Car IDs text file. Search the text file for the manufacturer name RUF and 3400S, and you'll find the paint job that says Champagne Gold. Underneath it is a big array of bytes, which is a big amount of numbers and letters in 2-digit format. Select from the first hexadecimal and to the last, which is 8C to 00. Copy it and paste it onto the player 1 car, which is you. If you want a specific computer opponent to use a specific car, you can choose from one of the 5 opponent addresses and paste whatever you copied there. After you paste it onto the address that you want, be sure to checkmark it on the very left of the address to freeze the values. Then, go back to the game. It doesn't matter if you choose arcade mode or simulation mode. Pick any race in simulation mode or any track in arcade mode and choose any vehicle you want. It don't matter. If you do this correctly, you will see that particular car loaded onto the grid. If this is you, then you are in control of that car. And this is what it looks like when a computer opponent takes control of a car that you want to load onto the grid. That AI opponent will take full control of that car. So that is the basics. Let's do a custom racing grid in which half of the grid is driving the special colored Lotus Elise 190s, and the other half the Vauxhall VX220s. The latter is selectable in the PAL versions of the game, but the car is fully playable on the NTSC version's game files with accurate performance, and lots of colors to choose from. Basically, you can drive the VX220 in the NTSC version, just like how you would access the Lamborghini Diablo and the Porsche 911 with various color schemes. They are all unused in the game unless you have a cheat device to access them. Copy all the numbers underneath specific paint jobs from cars and paste them onto the CE table, then freeze them. For the Elise 190s, we're going to copy numbers from Rose Pink Metallic, Lightning Blue, and Nostalgic Red Metallic onto the grid. Copy the numbers of whatever paint job you want for the VX220s. It doesn't matter what you pick. When you got all the number IDs you want, and they are frozen, then you're ready to go. Now you're ready to give your custom grid a go. Let's go to arcade mode and choose the Super Speedway track. And also, it does not matter what car or car class that you pick. And there you go. You're driving the special colored Lotus Elise. And as you can see on the racing grid, half of the competition is driving the unused Vauxhall VX220s, and the other two, the special colored Lotus Elises. If you want a more balanced competition, it's best to pick vehicles that have the same performance level as all the other cars on the grid, so no car will ever be too fast or too slow, just competitive and fair. And that is the complete tutorial of how to do a custom grid on Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. A huge number of combinations of different races await, and this is the perfect opportunity to get the most out of this 24-year-old game, but in a new way. And the cool part is that the AI opponents will be able to use special cars with special colors that only the player can use. Now they can use it. However, if you are pressed for time and want to generate a random grid right away, go to any event in simulation mode, choose any track, choose preview, and let the race load. The numbers will generate onto Cheat Engine, so you can take that same exact racing grid and pick any track from it. Basically, just play it. There are some shortcomings though. Most of the time, the vehicles aren't going to load the colors that you accurately want. If you stay with a customized grid from race to race, the colors will be randomly chosen. This could happen to the player or the opponent. So that's it for this tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave one, and I'll try to answer them the best I can. If you enjoyed this tutorial, be sure to like and subscribe for more entertaining content by me. Thank you for watching, and happy racing.